Hey, this is the Football Diva coming to you for the very first time. I am excited to be doing this because I love football so much and all the stories that come along with it off and on the field. During the season and off season, you can always count on something happening with somebody or some team, good or bad, and I just want to bring it to you on a weekly basis. My goal is to have something for you every Tuesday, and if something comes up where I don't think I can wait, then I will just upload it early. But as much as I love to talk football all day, I do have to work. I'm a real estate agent and a travel agent, and believe me, it's not hard, but it's a lot of work if you want to eat. Anyway, football season is on its way, but let's back up a little and revisit the Super Bowl and that disastrous, catastrophic, downright ugly loss for the Falcons.
This is the reason you don't win championships. Atlanta fans were suffering last night. I feel terrible for them, but this is one title in all their years combined in every single sport. It's how you get reputations. You blow games like this. I don't want to pick on Atlanta, and I know that every single morning radio show this morning is going to say they choke, they choke, they choke. I'm not going to do it, but it is an absolutely abysmal loss. You cannot lose the Super Bowl when you have 25 points. I don't care who you're playing. I don't care if it's Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, ever. It's a terrible loss, guys. There's no other way to put it.
I got to just piggyback on Kyle on that one. They're up 28-3, and Kyle Shanahan called 5 running plays the rest of the game. You've got Tevin Coleman, who at the time was healthy, and Devontae Freeman, who was unstoppable. 5 running plays. They only had 16 plays. I mean, it was bizarre. And the time of possession, all under 3 minutes. Every one of these drives, the last couple of them, 50 seconds. It's 3rd and 1 with 8 minutes left, and that's when Ryan went back and had the strip sack. What are you passing for? You know, 2 Super Bowls ago, or last Super Bowl for them, 2 years ago, Darrell Bevel calls a slant route to Ricardo Lockett, and it gets intercepted when you have Marshawn Lynch sitting back there. It's deja vu all over the game, all over again, guys. 28-3, and they called 5 running plays. You know, 2 days ago, I'm talking about Kyle Shanahan being the greatest offensive mind in NFL history. Right now, if I'm Falcons fans, I'm paying for the Greyhound ticket to take a trip all the way down Route I-95 and get in a house in San Francisco. Thanks, don't come back. I mean, that was crazy.
Did I mention that I was a Saints fan? Yeah, I know. We've been 7-9 the last 3 seasons. I know. But okay, I couldn't help it. Thank you, Tom Brady. You are my hero. If I ain't like you before, I love you now. All right, I'm done. Moving along. Well, it was noted that since 2000, half the Super Bowl losers failed to even make the postseason in the following year. Just 2 got back to the conference game, but none returned to the Super Bowl. Look at what happened to the Panthers. Their record was 15-1, and then it went to 6-10. Cam went from MVP to the worst statistical season of his professional life. Okay, let's move on to this year's draft picks, and we're going to recap the top 5 picks.
With the first pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Myles Garrett.
All right.
Defensive end, Texas A&M.
Good for Cleveland, good for their fans. That's the right pick.
And there is a shot of Myles Garrett in his home in the Metroplex in Dallas. He is, after all it's said and done, a Cleveland.
With the second pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Mitchell Trubisky, quarterback, North Carolina.
Hello. Mitchell Trubisky is going to Chicago, and he will mentor with Mike Glennon
Well, I'm going to be the first one to put my hand up and say I obviously did not see that coming. And I really thought that Chicago was pretty excited about Mike Glennon. Mitch Trubisky, 13-game starter, a little over 6'2", 222 from Ohio.
With the third pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Solomon Thomas, defensive end, Stanford.
So he doesn't have to move very far, Coach.
That's great. That's great for him. You see Solomon with his family. Just an extraordinary young man. Looking forward to what this guy can do at the next level. It's one of the reasons why we changed our rule to let juniors be captains. This is a leader.
With the fourth pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Leonard Fournette, running back, LSU.
Well, there are new business decisions to be made in the American Football Conference South. Leonard Fournette is coming to Jacksonville.
He's 6 feet, half an inch, 240 at the combine, 228 at his pro day. Downhill thumper, old school. You got to give him 20 to 30 touches a game. The question on him is he in the game on third down?
With the fifth pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Corey Davis, wide receiver, Western Michigan.
Okay. All right, so Western Michigan top 5 pick.
Congratulations to all those young men for working hard and living their dreams as NFL players. Now, one guy that was drafted and stood out the most was, you guessed it, Takk McKinley, defensive end from UCLA. And he was picked 26.
Select Takaris McKinley, linebacker, UCLA.
So Takk McKinley is now going to the ATL here in Philadelphia.
Let's go, man!
Very emotional moment.
I talked to his defensive coordinator, Tom Bradley at UCLA, who I've known for about 30 years.
That's what we going for,
Tom
man.
said he was going to...
Made a promise to her and I stuck to it. I made that promise, man. I told her before she passed away I was gonna live my dream. I was gonna go D1. I was gonna get out of Richmond. I was gonna get out of Oakland. I was gonna go to the NFL. I made that promise to her, man. 30 seconds later she passed away. And this is what I do it for. This is who I do it for, man. Come on, man. Get to the damn quarterback. We don't get to the quarterback.
The emotions build up inside of you right now for your grandmother.
It means everything, man. It means everything. I made a promise to her. Like I said, I was gonna go D1. I was gonna get out of Richmond. I was gonna get out of Oakland. I was gonna live my dreams, play the NFL. And I'm here, man. I completed the promise. That means everything to me. Excuse my language. Man, find me later, man. Find me later, man. This means everything to me. Everything to me, man.
Now, I am very happy for this young man for achieving his goal and keeping his promise to his grandmother. I just think he could have expressed it in a better way. But he's a Falcon now, and that's all I got on that. Let's talk about the OTAs. What's going on so far? Well, let's see. We have some notables that are back in action. Jets wide receiver Eric Decker is back from hip and shoulder surgery. Texans defensive end J.J. Watt is back from back surgery. Danny Woodhead, running back, now with the Ravens, is back with no restrictions after he tore his ACL in September. Dolphins quarterback Ryan Tannehill is back after suffering from a partially torn ACL. Titan quarterback Marcus Mariota returned to the practice field for OTAs after he broke his leg in week 16. He's still recovering, but he was still out there doing walkthroughs, quarterback drills, and 7-on-7 work. Vikings quarterback Teddy Bridgewater was participating in OTAs with a heavy brace and sleeve on his left knee after a gruesome injury where he dislocated his knee and suffered a complete tear of his ACL and other structural damage during a non-contact drill last season during practice. Raiders' newly acquired running back Marshawn Lynch is back from missing 9 games in 2015 and the entire 2016 season because he wanted to act like he was retired. Now, you and I both know that that man was not done with football. He just didn't want to be with the Seahawks anymore, I guess. And they knew they should have thrown that man the ball during the Super Bowl. But anyway, never mind about that. But Lynch was on the sidelines during the OTAs so he can get to know the Raiders' offense. They just want to ease him in gradually since he's been gone for a little while. But I'm sure he'll get back to beast mode in no time. I'll never forget this, though.
All right. I got you, Tatum.
How about the effort of the offensive line just to keep pounding it against such a tough defense today?
Yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second, Joe.
Yeah, sure. So once he gets settled into the podium, we will listen in live here on NFL Network with Beast Mode.
When do my time start? Oh, it started? Well, then let me start. Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined. So y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please. I'm here so I won't get fined.
One other person I want to mention is the Panthers wide receiver Kelvin Benjamin. He showed up well, fat for him. Some reports said he weighs about 245 pounds, but Rivera thinks all this attention is blown out of proportion. Does this look like blown out of proportion to you? Okay, it's still early. He still has time to get his sexy back. Now, I will tell you who was not at OTAs. Yes, they are voluntary, but we know what that means, being voluntold. Either way, it doesn't look good when you're not there with the rest of your teammates. Giants wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Now, 1 minute they said he was in LA working out with Johnny Manziel, and the next he was with Chris Carter working out. I don't know where he was, but wherever he was, I'm sure he was celebrating the biggest deal of his life that he got, not from the Giants, but from Nike. Odell's 5-year contract with the Giants will pay him about $18.8 million. His new 5-year deal with Nike is $25 million. That's good, but is everyone ever going to top LeBron James's lifetime deal with Nike for $1 billion? Or better yet, can anyone ever top Shaq's foot? Let's hope not.
14 and 18 tonight. So what's your message if you're Brad Stevens?
Check out those claws.
I guess we're not going to talk about the third
Come on,
quarter.
take that camera, Bird.
You would not make somebody give you a pedicure, would you?
I
With
don't
those
do pedicures.
pedicures?
Really, your feet? Yeah, that's my feet.
Really, his feet?
Wait,
Was that Alex?
that's my feet.
I thought that was Alex. I promise you.
Hey,
What is that?
Hey, Ernie, did you hear
What is that thing where your big toe should be?
No, you hear what he just said?
Hold on, I got my
don't get
toenail taken
pedicures.
off.
No kidding.
Oops, I almost forgot. One more person who was not at OTAs because he has no team. He visited but did not work out for the Seahawks. He did what he thought was right by bringing attention to what was going on or what is going on in America, and it didn't go over well because of how he chose to express it. He still deserves another chance, though. It's just going to take a strong organization to handle the media circus that's going to come with them. On a brighter note, the NFL has decided to relax the rules on celebrations after touchdowns. All right, Roger Goodell. Players can now celebrate on the ground, use the football as a prop, and do group demonstrations.
Smith just changed the diaper on the football.
I got to put this towel away. Sneaky diaper.
Now, the ones that are really cool are the ones that can spike it over the goalpost. Got to give T.O. his props. Makes great end zone celebrations.
Owens did the Sharpie celebration with such swagger.
I don't think anyone beats Chad Johnson.
What happened was Joe Horn had a cellular phone hidden underneath the padding that goes around the goalpost.
That's true athleticism. I love that.
I knew that the world was never going to be the same.
This goes to Kelsey. Touchdown. He beat Darby the rookie. What a throw by Smith. Travis Kelsey, the tight end.
J.J. Watt with a second on the afternoon.
Just too much. Too much for Luke Joseph. Too much for Sam Young.
I'm sure we'll see some good ones this season. And no, Antonio Brown, you still cannot twerk, even though you did a marvelous job. If you haven't heard, there's going to be a new league coming. Check this out.
The goal of the American Flag Football League is to establish professional flag football both in the United States and ultimately in the rest of the world. Flag football is faster than tackle football.
Keep going!
It involves much less contact. We could take the things that people like and make football much more accessible for a lot more people for a lot longer.
Go, 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 go!
Flag football is the fastest growing youth sport in America because the kids and their parents know it's safe.
I'm going to throw it out to you and we'll come out and we'll pitch it back and forth.
The idea is to take this game that kids have already embraced. We want to unify and energize what's already going on. You're going to be able to see world-class athletes, and we're going to play in relatively small stadiums where you can meet the players, go on the field, so you can be right in on the action. The American Flag Football League is going to take the game that you love so much that you basically watched on other people's terms and allow you to bring it into your home and watch it on your terms and then bring it onto your field and play it on the same terms that we do.
Oh my God!
I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. All right, real fast. Cruz is now with the Bears. And where is this guy now? Broncos, Texans, Browns? I can't keep up. Well, folks, thank you for your time. I will see you next week. And in the meantime, be a blessing to somebody. Football Diva out.